a collection of great quotes from philosophers, thinkers, and writers from Eastern philosophy, Stoicism, Naturalism, and Romanticism. No one saves us but ourselves. No one can and no one may. We ourselves must walk the path. The mind is everything. What you think you become. Holding on to anger is like grasping a hot coal with the intent of throwing it at someone else. You are the one who gets burned. To a mind that is still, the entire universe surrenders. Just when the caterpillar thought the world was over, it became a butterfly. Wherever you go, go with all your heart. The man who asks a question is a fool for a minute. The man who does not ask is a fool for life. Being deeply loved by someone gives you strength, while loving someone deeply gives you courage. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Letting go gives us freedom, and freedom is the only condition for happiness. If, in our heart, we still cling to anything, anger, anxiety, or possessions, we cannot be free. Flow with whatever may happen, and let your mind be free. Stay centered by accepting whatever you are doing. This is the ultimate. The wise man knows that it is better to sit on the banks of a remote mountain stream than to be emperor of the whole world. I begin to speak only when I'm certain. What I'll say isn't better left unsaid. How long are you going to wait before you demand the best for yourself? Epictetus. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Don't seek for everything to happen as you wish it would, but rather wish that everything happens as it actually will, then your life will flow well. That's why the philosophers warn us not to be satisfied with mere learning, but to add practice and then training. For as time passes we forget what we learned, and end up doing the opposite, and hold opinions the opposite of what we should. When someone is properly grounded in life, they shouldn't have to look outside themselves for approval. Think of the life you have lived until now is over and, as a dead man, see what's left as a bonus and live it according to nature. Love the hand that fate deals you, and play it as your own, for what could be more fitting? If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it. In your actions, don't procrastinate. In your conversations, don't confuse. In your thoughts, don't wander. In your soul, don't be passive or aggressive. In your life, don't be all about business. No person has the power to have everything they want, but it is in their power not to want what they don't have, and to cheerfully put to good use what they do have. If a man knows not which port he sails, no wind is favorable. People are frugal in guarding their personal property, but as soon as it comes to squandering time they are most wasteful of the one thing in which it is right to be stingy. What man actually needs is not a tensionless state but rather the striving and struggling for some goal worthy of him. When we are no longer able to change a situation, we are challenged to change ourselves. Man conquers the world by conquering himself. The source from which existing things derive their existence is also that to which they return at their destruction. In all things of nature there is something of the marvelous. Aristotle, the physician heals, nature makes well. If one way be better than another, that, you may be sure, is nature's way. The love for all living creatures is the most noble attribute of man. It is not the strongest of the species that survives, not the most intelligent that survives. It is the one that is the most adaptable to change. The sun, with all those planets revolving around it and dependent on it, can still ripen a bunch of grapes as if it had nothing else in the universe to do. I've loved the stars too fondly to be fearful of the night. In wilderness is the preservation of the world. It's not what you look at that matters. It's what you see. It is not enough to be busy. So are the ants. The question is, what are we busy about? No man ever steps in the same river twice, for it's not the same river and he's not the same man.